everyone. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. Sorry, I had to check myself. Anyway, I really hope you guys all have a good Friday. It's been very hot. Lately it's been 100 degrees. That's really hot. So I'm here with the topic about something that parents don't think about. I apologize if you guys hear my AC running. It's because it's so hot. That's why it's running. I hope it doesn't freeze because right here at this seat, the AC is blowing right at me. So you know how that can be. So anyway, the topic is about how some kids become handicapped, and not specifically being in a wheelchair or no. It's about how there's some parents that don't realize this category, how a child can become handicapped because they are not really wanting to parent, they're not really wanting to do the work and things like that. And I'm not instructing you parents, I'm giving you guys some tips that I'm starting to learn, because I've already was a foster parent. I was also helping raising my nieces, and I also helped raise my little brother. So yes, I know the parenting life. It's a full-time job, but not every parent do it. Some lack it, some do well in it, some whatever. But believe me, not all of you realize this area. Handicapping a child, a lot of parents don't realize that. I'm looking at many things. And I'm going to point out my mother. Didn't think about it until now. She told me she learned how to drive through her husband. You was old enough to drive before you got married. Most kids be begging to learn how to drive by 15, 16, 17. No whatsoever. Susie has it wanting to learn that. She had to wait until she got married to finally learn how to drive. I was still shocked when I heard that. I said, wow. So in other words, my grandmother did not want to teach my mother independency. And that's the most critical time in our teenager years. And if you are one of those kind of people that don't take the time to do that, you're going to get your kid to run away. Don't be surprised about it. Not I'm thinking. One of my old friends that I grew up with, Sandra, her mother picked failure for her to go anywhere. Thought she was going to lose her mind. Go crazy. I'm saying to myself, well, where do kids learn independence if you that strict, don't want to go nowhere? What kind of shit is that? Be serious. If you really want the kid to really grow up and be responsible and be independent, how do they do that if you can't go nowhere? And they wonder why kids sneak out and they do everything they can to get out because the parents are not letting them. Think about that. I mean, simple things that she was doing was nothing, and they knew she was not doing nothing bad, but she's in a panic attack. What kind of shit is that? Going to bowling alley is really a panic attack? Seriously, you want to go over there and you're going to panic? Or if you're going to the movies, you're going to panic? Or going skating, you're going to panic? And you knew where they all were, and they were close to each other. And she had the same friend, which is me, with her all the time. And then she had a group of friends that came and joined her with 3 or 4 kids. And you knew that. That's when I said, oh, time just stops. I'll be more worried that, oh, she's living under my roof. She's 17, running off with a boy. No, yeah, I can see that as a concern and a worry. Yeah, I would be worried too. But if you're an adult and you're still treating like she's a kid, then something's wrong. And if you are not giving her a curfew, don't get mad. Don't get mad. When I first heard that, I laughed. People were asking my mother that silly question. My mom said it's kind of hard with 3 kids in different age groups. And yeah, it's true. But once again, let's be real. Let's be real. I can't believe that, you know, not able to learn how to drive, not able to learn how to be independent. So what do they that when they get older, they'll hard on your grandchild. They don't know what their independence is because they didn't learn it right. I always wonder why my mother, I wouldn't say forced, but she was really that hard on me. Come on. No, you have to die. I ain't gonna lie, I was a scared cat. Woo! He's crazy! Oh God! I'm gonna run over something. My mom said, you're gonna learn, girl. I said, ow! And it's funny every time I think about it because I remember I'm learning how to drive. My mother scared the shit out of me when we got to a stoplight and the emergency transportation was running through. She thought I didn't understand or heard it, and I did. I said, don't make us panic more. It's bad enough to make us nervous trying to learn and drive. Seriously. I want to get out of the car and just scream. She makes me so nervous. Okay, I'm asking myself, how'd you doing that? Alright. And I kept telling myself, that's why I said, parents, be real. If you want those parents that are very, very strict, soften it down a little bit, because that's not fair. If your child's not doing nothing wrong, and another thing we have to remember, yes, teenager years, it's going to be a lot of rebellious. What do you expect? But if you're flexible and hard at the same time, they will say, oh, she ain't playing, but I still can get something if I behave. Then you guys are both being equal in the whole thing. We learn how to do that, then we'll think, okay, we'll do that, okay. That's the way we should be thinking. Most of the time we're not. That's why I was wondering on that, like, I see independence is very, very hard, and I know another woman that she really, really ran away from home. The minute she graduated from high school, she took off and got her own place and got with a boyfriend, and her mom and dad was so strict. She couldn't do nothing. She couldn't go nowhere. She had no freedom. And what kind of life is that for a kid? Regardless if they're a teenager, come on. We deserve to have a good life. Let's have fun. I mean, yes, I don't blame you parents for being strict with the beer and the wine and all that, you know, simple words. Alcohol, I understand. No, we don't want our kids around alcohol before 21. I agree to that too. But if you want them to develop independence, you gotta give it to them. And responsibilities. Otherwise, they're never going to learn how to do things for themselves. My sister-in-law, oh my God, she cooked all the time. Girls don't know how to cook. I think the most they know how to cook is spaghetti. Oh, I guess we're having spaghetti every day. Huh? She don't know how to cook anything else. Let the kids get in the kitchen and do something. She stayed with me for a whole summer. Oh, girl, get on in the kitchen. Well, we ain't doing all the cooking for you. The more we encourage these kids to get on the cooking and learn how to cook, clean, and take responsibility. I know that sounds mean when you give them they get their license and you allow them to drive the car. Give them some type of job and have them pay one bill and see how they feel about that. You encourage independency and develop responsibility on these kids. These kids ain't gonna be thinking negative when they leave out of your house. They'll be wanting independence and they're gonna be wanting to earn it and not steal it and not try to abuse it and not try to act all I don't need blah blah blah. You know, we take this serious. This is gonna look good on them. And this is something that we should think about. I always do. Yes, and I believe it. I really do. Let me check this video because I don't trust it.